Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have been wanting to film this video for so long now. This arrived on my doorstep very shortly after I had my daughter back in March, and so I have yet to get into this, and I really wanted to film a first impressions and review for you guys here on YouTube. So I have not tried any of these powder blushes yet from Rare Beauty, but I am so excited to dive into this PR package with you guys. I'm gonna be doing a full review, first impressions, and try on all of the shades, and I'm just personally excited to start using these myself. If you guys are new to my channel, I'll have all of the different products and shades and everything like that down below in the description box if you want to check it out. But let's go ahead and open this up. I did open it because I was so intrigued by this package. Rare Beauty has seriously the most beautiful and extravagant PR packages. The way that they put these together is so nice. So this is what the inside looks like. We have Selena herself. On the back of this pamphlet, we have this gorgeous graphic of all of the different powder blushes. Also, everything is like that soft matte kind of touch. It's just so well done. This is what the actual package looks like. This was sitting on top, and it has all of the different shade names, different info about the actual powder blush, and then they also have info about the liquid blush, the blush brush which comes in this, the powder brush which is also in this box, and a new dry brush cleaner, which I've never tried that before. So we are gonna just take a moment for this because this is obviously the star of the show. We've got all of the different shades of the Soft Pinch powder blush, which is a take on mixing their Soft Pinch liquid blush and their powder highlight, which I am such a huge fan of both of those. Like, I use the powder highlight all the time. I love the finish of their powder highlight. It's super stroby but very soft, and it doesn't have like a lot of like flecks of sparkle to it. It's just very beautiful. And then this is their iconic Soft Pinch liquid blush, which I also am obsessed with. If you guys want to see my review of both the powder highlight and the liquid blush, I have reviews on both of those products, swatching and trying on all of the different shades of those. So I'll put that video down below in the description box. But this is basically everything. It looks like we have 6 different shades of the powder blush, and then we have a Soft Pinch blush brush and the Always an Optimist powder brush. One thing I will say about Rare Beauty is that the names of their products are so long. I feel like I always mess them up whenever I'm filming a video because they're so wordy. And then this is the dry brush cleaner, which is just a sponge like that. I've never used a dry brush cleaner. We are gonna go ahead and start working our way clockwise, and we're gonna start with the shade Happy. So these, they say you can layer them over the liquid blush, or you can wear them just by themselves. I believe they're more of a pigmented kind of blush highlight, so I wanna try them all on by themselves. And then obviously if you wanted more of like a punchy color, you could throw on a little bit of the liquid blush underneath. The liquid blushes by themselves are so pigmented and so stunning. I don't know that I would wear them layered like that, but I really want to just get a good idea of what the actual powder blushes look like, since I've done a video showing you guys all of the liquid blushes before. So we're gonna start here with the shade Happy. So this is what the packaging looks like, and these are $26, so they're $3 more than the actual liquid blush, but you essentially are getting the liquid blush and the powder highlight in one product. So if they work like that, you're basically spending less money on this, which is girl math, but I think it counts. So this is what the compact looks like. It says Rare Beauty on the front. This is more of a matte compact than their powder highlight compacts. And when we open it up here, we've got the product. Look how stunning that is. So pigmented looking, but so luminous. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch all of these first so that you guys can see them all next to each other and what they look like, the different shades compared to each other. So this is the shade Happy, and it feels very similar to the powder highlights. Really pretty though. It has a very luminous effect. Not as crazy pigmented as I thought it was gonna be, which I am glad about because honestly, all of the promo I feel like for these made them look like they were really, really intense. So I feel like you could maybe apply these without them being crazy pigmented. The next shade here is Cheer. And this one actually, I don't think has a matching liquid blush. So in the package, they paired it with the liquid blush in Joy, which this is a almost like peachy pink color. It definitely still leans more pink than it does coral, whereas Joy I feel like is a true coral orange, but I think pairing them together, this would be really like dimensional and very, very pretty. But let's just see what it looks like by itself. Ooh, that is really pretty. I kind of feel like I'm gonna like Cheer because it has that kind of peachy orange undertone, which I think looks really good on olive skin. So I really, really like this one. I actually just noticed that there is a Joy powder blush. So you could obviously layer Joy on top of the Joy liquid blush, but I really do think that the Cheer powder blush over the Joy liquid blush would be really pretty. This one is the shade Joy though. And this one compared to Cheer, I'll show you guys them side by side. It's honestly really similar. This one is just a little bit of a deeper shade. You can see this one's a little bit more light, but they're really close actually. Let's see what it looks like swatched though, because I feel like it could totally look different swatched here. Ooh, yeah, so this one is like almost like a copper. It's a lot more intense than Cheer. I think I still really, really like Cheer. That one right now is my favorite. Next up is the shade Hope, which comes with a matching blush here. And Hope is a really, really pretty mauve color, so I feel like I'm gonna love this one. This is the shade Hope, and again, it has that very luminous, almost like an iridescent look to it, like their highlighters look. But this one is, let's see what it looks like swatched. Ooh, that is really pretty as well. So that is actually a little bit more of a rosy tint than Joy, but it's a little bit deeper of a color than Cheer. So if you guys can see, they all play on the skin really, really nicely. And I feel like they're gonna blend out seamlessly and look more sheer on the cheeks with a brush. So I'm very excited to actually see these applied. Next up is the shade Truth, and it doesn't look like there's a blush in here for this shade, but this one appears to be a berry shade. This is Truth, and it does look like a really beautiful deep berry. Let's see what this looks like swatched here. Went a little bit high, but that is a really, really deep color. I feel like this you would want to apply really lightly, or if you have deeper skin, that would be so gorgeous, but it's definitely the most pigmented of all of them. And then the last shade is Love, which has a blush with it, and this one looks like almost a brick red. Ooh, okay, so this one is definitely like a brick color. Has a little bit of a orangey undertone, but it looks like it's gonna be incredibly pigmented. Very bronzy, definitely has an orangey undertone. It's pretty similar to the shade Joy, I think, but it has a little bit more of a red than Joy. So this one is Joy and this one is Love. So Joy is a little bit more pinky, and then this one is more of like a red undertone. So they're really, really similar though, but this one does seem a little bit lighter and a little bit less pigmented than this one. Now we're gonna get to the fun part of actually getting to try these on. I'm gonna start with the same shades and go through in the same order. So the first shade is Happy, and I'm using the blush brush from Rare Beauty, and I'm just gonna dip in there, and we're just going to apply where I would normally apply blush. And I'm going very light-handed and gonna build up as I go, but I wanna start light-handed for obvious reasons. I feel like you can't take away. That is so pretty right off the bat. Oh my gosh, I love the finish on this. It's so luminous. It really does look like you are layering up one of their blushes and their powder highlights. If you haven't tried their powder highlights, they are incredible, but I feel like you could honestly just get one of these and accomplish the same look with one product. That is so pretty. So this is the shade Happy, and I feel like you could actually really build this up to be pigmented depending on what kind of look you're going for. I absolutely love the finish of these blushes. Like truly, they look so good. And they're lightweight, they don't feel like drying on the skin. They have the most beautiful luminous finish to them. I'm obsessed. Okay, I can't wait to try the other shades. I am also gonna be removing these with micellar water and reapplying my foundation on my cheeks. So this is quite the process, but hopefully me doing this means that you don't have to. And this looks so insane as I remove my foundation on my cheeks. The foundation that I'm wearing is the Tarte Face Tape, and I'm just gonna quickly reapply so that we can get into the next shade. I didn't even bother putting bronzer on today because I was like, I'm gonna be taking my makeup off 6 times. What's the point? Next shade is Cheer, and this is the one that I'm probably the most excited about, either this one or the shade Hope. I think these are both really pretty. Cheer is a little bit of like a soft pink with a tiny bit of coral undertone, I would say. This was the one that looked the lightest to me when I swatched them. I'm gonna take this same brush and use this brush cleaner. I've never used a dry brush cleaner before, but we're just gonna dip in there, and then that's actually really impressive. There's like nothing left on my brush. I've never tried that before. Next up is the shade Cheer. Taking the same brush and applying it in the same place on my cheeks. That's really pretty. This one is much more subtle of a color, but I feel like all of these, you can really build up the pigment if you wanted to. Oh, that is so pretty though. The way that it catches the light is gorgeous. I love these blushes. They are so pretty. Like look at the way it catches the light. So pretty. You don't have to do a double blush and highlight. Like you truly get the look of 2 products in one, and they look so flattering on the skin. They're so gorgeous. I honestly don't want to take this one off. I really like this one, but we're gonna keep going. Next shade is Joy, and this is that orange kind of deeper coral shade. Ooh, this one is also so gorgeous, but I would definitely go light-handed with this color because it is a deeper shade. I will say though, it blends out so nicely. So if you do go a little bit heavy-handed with it, I feel like you can actually recover, but it's so pretty. I am obsessed with the finish of these. They are so stunning. I just love the way that they make my cheekbones look. Like they just make my skin look so glowy and healthy because it just adds so much life and color to my skin. Next shade is Hope, and this is the other one that I was really excited about. This one has a little bit more of a rosy mauve undertone to it, but again, I feel like every shade has looked a little bit different applied to the face than they did even in the swatches, and especially what they look like in the actual pan itself. So I'm very excited to see what this one looks like on. That is really gorgeous as well. I feel like this one has a lot more pink to it. Like the actual highlighter part of the blush itself has a little bit more of a pinky sheen to it. And again, I just love how much you can build these up or wear them more sheer. So they definitely show up. You can build the color up really nicely, but they just blend out so well. And you can obviously wear them a lot lighter if you choose. You don't want them to be super pigmented, but this is the shade Hope. I feel like this one looks really more natural. I wouldn't say like it's super natural of a highlight because it is very stroby. It catches the light like their other powder highlight, but it is just really pretty in the way that it blends out. It's not super harsh and it just blends so seamlessly. Next up is the shade Truth, and this is the one that I am the most nervous about on my skin. I just don't wear a ton of like deep Aries as far as like blushes go. So we are gonna see what this one looks like. Everyone has looked a little bit different than what's in the pan, so I'm very, very intrigued. I'm starting out very light-handed with this one, and I would suggest doing the same if you have lighter skin, because this one is much more of a deep shade than the other ones. It's really pretty, but it is a little bit of a kind of deeper look to it. So just tread cautiously if you have light to light medium skin. I would say I'm in like a light medium range. So this color actually I like a lot more on than I do in the pan itself. So this, to me, at first glance looked like it was gonna have a lot of kind of purple undertones to it, which purple I feel like doesn't look super great on me personally. However, when it's applied, I feel like it does come off a little bit more rosy, a little bit more like deep pink than purple. So I really, really actually like the way that this one looks on me. I think it looks really good with the lip color that I have on. And again, because you can apply these sheer and they can blend out a lot, I don't feel like they are overpowering. So definitely go light-handed on this one. Unless you really like a super bold blush look. I tend to like my blushes to look a little bit more natural. So I've been applying everything, I feel like, a little bit more light-handedly, but obviously you can apply as much as you want to build up the color. I think this applied really lightly looks so pretty, and it just adds a lot of life to the face, a lot of lift to the face. I love the way that blush just makes you look so alive and just feels like you have a put together makeup look. Honestly, on days where I don't feel like putting on a lot of makeup, I will do concealer and I will put blush on and I will do my brows, and that has been my like under 5-minute makeup routine recently, as I just want to feel put together and look like I got more than 5 hours of sleep. So I really love the way that these just add so much light and lift to the cheeks. Last blush shade, this is the shade Love, and this one is that rusty red color. And again, everyone has looked so different on than in the pan. So do not judge these blushes by what they look like in the compacts. And because this is a deeper shade, again, I'm going in kind of light-handedly as much as I can here. This one is definitely very pigmented as well. This one and Truth are, I would say, the most pigmented. And so again, if you have lighter skin, go in so light-handedly because they are bold. But again, they all blend out so well. So I feel like the more time you give them to really blend and work it into your skin, the better that they look, obviously. So I seriously though am obsessed with these formulas. Like, they are so lightweight, and I feel like they give you that really beautiful highlight without looking like greasy or oily, and they just have so much good color to them. But this is Love, and I feel like if you can apply it light-handedly, it's really pretty. I don't think you can go wrong with any of these shades. If I still had to pick my absolute favorites, it would probably be Hope, which we knew, the mauve pink one, and Cheer. Also, we knew that was gonna be a favorite. And then I actually really liked Happy as well. This is like a really pretty, almost like Barbie pink, and I feel like this for the summer is really fun. So I personally like all of them. I really hate to be that person, but every single shade I think looks really good. If you like the look of a blush highlight, then these are it. Like, they are so incredible. I knew they were gonna be good though, because I love the powder highlights, and it's like the exact formula of those as far as like texture and just the way that they apply. So I am so excited. I am throwing these in my makeup drawer in the house. I was so excited to start using these. That's why I wanted to film this video, was so that I could personally just start using them every day. I truly don't feel like there was a blush that I tried on that I didn't like that I wouldn't just keep on. I was sad that I'd take everyone off because I really liked the way that every single shade looked, but these are such a win to me. Like, I just feel like they make my skin look so alive, and that is something that I need these days, because with a newborn, we're not getting a ton of sleep, and so I feel like having a product like this that just like lifts the face and adds so much life and brightness to the skin is just a mom's must-have. So I love these. No surprise though, like, I knew I was gonna love them. When I was watching other people's reviews, I was like, oh, I just want to open my package. So I'm so excited to start using them. And like I said, everything will be linked down below in the description box. If you guys want to check them out, you can find them down there. Let me know in the comments if you end up ordering one of these or if you've already tried these. I have done Rare Beauty videos before, so I know some of you guys are already fans of Rare Beauty. I am a little bit biased. I love Rare Beauty. I love, honestly, most of the products that they've come out with, I've been a huge fan of. So I'm excited to add these to my makeup drawer. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe if you're new here. If you want to stick around for some more videos, I would love to have you back on my channel. And I'll see you guys in my next one really, really soon. Bye, guys.